Oh my God. You thought you did something here, didn't you? Oh God. Anyway. Okay. Good. Sorry. The SAVE Act requires a photo ID that specifically states you're a U.S. citizen. Your birth certificate does that, darling. Your birth certificate proves whether or not you are a U.S. citizen. Your immigration papers show if you are a U.S. citizen, if you've actually gotten citizen status. Let me ask you this question, okay? Do you think that it is okay for someone to come over to this country, let's say from South Africa, okay? Somebody comes over from South Africa on a student visa, says that they're going to attend school here. This is how they got into the country. Only when they get here, instead of starting school, he starts working, making all this money. Did he lie? Do you think that someone should be able to get U.S. citizenship from lying to the federal government? No? Good, I'm so happy we agree. Great. That means Elon Musk, who is a U.S. citizen, should have his citizenship revoked immediately, and he should be sent back to South Africa, right? What about if they come over here and marry a U.S. citizen for a green card so that they can have a shit ton of babies to anchor themselves here? No? Well, shit. I guess that means that 4 out of the 5 children that Tangerine Palpatine has had aren't U.S. citizens either, are there? Neither is Melania. I mean, after all, she lied on her visa to come over here on the Einstein visa. Who knew that it took an Einstein to take your fucking clothes off and pose naked? Jesus Christ, man. And to garner the favor of an adjudicated rapist, a 34-time felon, and a credibly accused pedophile. Man, she must have been pulling out the stops, huh? But y'all don't care about that, do you? Oh, here's one more. Would you be happy with a person or a family coming over here from, let's say, Germany? We're just going to pick one, okay? Germany. Who came over here fleeing what they considered religious persecution, right? Okay? Because the country of Germany has stated that in their compulsory education that homeschooling is it is a choice that you can make in Germany, but you have to have certain sorts of credentials, you have to pass certain tests. It's very, very restrictive in Germany, right? So this family with like 8 kids, okay, just flees to come over here, all right? They have gone through 3 presidents, 2 or 3 Supreme Court rulings telling them that they were supposed to go home, that their claim for asylum had been rejected because it didn't meet the it didn't meet the threat assessment, okay? Because turns out that when you live in a country that states that you can't teach your kids based on your religious text alone, well, they consider that prosecution, and they come over here hoping to be able to educate their children in Christian ideology, free and happy. But yet the Supreme Court told them, no, you can't be here. Your asylum has been denied. Yet the sitting adjudicated rapist, the sitting 34-time felon, the sitting credibly accused pedophile over 1 million times and less than 1% of the JE files, who desperately wants the SAVE Act to be passed for some unknown fucking reason, okay, tells them they can stay. They can stay because they're a nice white tea Christian family. What about all the white South Africans that they're bringing over here? All the white South Africans that have come over here that have also made their money through the apartheid, much like Elon Musk. You know, Elon Musk's grandfather made all of Elon's money back in the emerald mines in South Africa off of apartheid. Perhaps look that word up. Then you go on to say which driver's license obviously do not have on them. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they kind of do. You see, when you go to get your driver's license, especially these real IDs, you want to know what you have to have? A birth certificate. And what proves you're a U.S. citizen? Your birth certificate. What do you know? We've already proven that we're U.S. citizens. Duh. Oh, and who brought about that law? To go to a real ID? Oh my God, that's right. It was Obama. Wow. And here's one more little thing for you, okay? I want you to go and read the Constitution, sweetheart, okay? I'm not even going to tell you which section it's in, okay? Because I feel like you need to read the entire Constitution, okay? I want you to read the Constitution, and please tell me in that Constitution where it states that a poll tax is allowed for the right of voting. That's right, nowhere. It actually specifically bars any and all poll taxes. It can be a penny, it can be $1 million. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a poll tax, lady. Duh. Izzy, you should be naming yourself lazy because you're intellectually lazy. All you have to do is read the document that our rules are set by. That is the Constitution of the United States of America that has stated in that provision that no poll tax can be levied. No financial barrier can be put between someone and their access to the polls. And it has been upheld numerous times over by the Supreme Court of these United States of America. So, dear heart, this isn't going to pass. Why do you think he hasn't signed an executive order? Because he knows it'll be challenged immediately, right? Even if Congress were to pass this SAFE Act, which they're not gonna because they don't have the votes, okay? Tangerine Palpatine has been told numerous times, we do not have the votes. There are Republicans that do not agree with this and they're not going to sign on. But even if it were to pass through, it would still go to the Supreme Court, but an executive order would go immediately. That's the reason why he hasn't signed an executive order. Oh, by the way, too, he thinks he's going to send armed guards and shit to the polls in November. Yeah, that's voter intimidation, and that's also unconstitutional, so there's that. You know, for these people in America that claim to love our country so fucking much, and y'all claim to love the Constitution so fucking much, you motherfuckers haven't read an ounce of it. Just let them take even more of our rights away from us until we're a theocracy. Right? You have a fascist in the White House, lady. We have bigger fish to fry.